So now I want to talk about why women don't want their husbands to succeed. So I'm going to bring up a picture of him and his wife. So we're going to do, this is a little video of him and his wife together. So
Nichols, and this is my wife, Rebecca Nichols, and I'm a professional YouTuber, and I've been asked to tell you a little bit about myself and about my faith. So right now, I am the host of two YouTube channels, the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel and the Catfish and Carp YouTube channel. I do outdoor adventure, survival videos, fishing videos, that sort of thing. And I've been doing it full time for about 1.5 years now, and I've been doing it for a total of about 7 years. I'm originally from Alaska. My family is from Alaska. There are a whole bunch of Nichols up there. I lived in Alaska until I was 19.
Okay, so what happens is men will build something really cool, right? And he looks wise, what are we going to give him 1 to 10, like a 4? I mean, just facially, he's a cool guy, right? So that's going to bring him up. And we're going to talk about later. But he's not fat, right? But he's a pretty non-symmetrical face. Now I would give like a 4, also a 4, maybe a 5, right? She looks a little overweight. He looks in better shape than her. So both 4s, right? I would say it's about a looks matched couple. Now, what happens is over time, and maybe when they met, I would guess she was a point higher. So let's say if they met young, which a lot of Christian couples might, at 22, most women are 6s. Like most women just start off as cute, you know, because even like a 4 that's a woman, if she's 20, she's a 6. It just, I don't make the rules, but youth just does a lot for women. You know, I wish it wasn't so because, you know, we all go down as we get older, but it's just part of life. So now women, we know what happens when when men become clouded. Ugly men, you ever see a guy pull like a very ugly celebrity, like, you know, Pete Davidson, for example, not a stereotypically super attractive dude, but he's got clout and he's funny. So now he can pull A-list celebrities. He's dated Ariana Grande, Emily Ratajkowski, all of these really, you know, hot celebrities. And so what women don't like is when the men, it's a double-edged sword, right? We're never happy, I'd like to say. So this is why you guys got to stop listening to anything we say. So if you guys don't succeed, we're mad because we want a guy that's successful and hot. That's like our MO. But if you do succeed and you get too successful and the women start giving you attention, we also get mad. That's why women a lot of times will sabotage the men when they want to go to the gym, lose weight. They're like, no. Here's the food, right? No. You don't. So imagine she's married to this guy who's a 4. And when you're married to a guy that's a 4, you can make a lot more demands. Like this isn't just he's going to cheat and leave you. He might not, but people act different when they have leverage. And so when they started the relationship, she would have more leverage, you know, because the amount of work he would have to take, I would guess, right? He would have to take to get a new chick would be a ton of work. Or her, she could download a dating app tomorrow, even as an unattractive, not overly cute woman, she's still going to have like 10 of his, you know, looks level to choose from, right? Because unless she got really fat during the relationship, if she can get a guy about as good looking as you, she can kind of find, I mean, it goes both ways to some extent. At some point, women do drop off and maybe it's like 10% less. But, you know, if she's going 1 point lower, looks rise, or even the same, she can go find another. So, but the difference is for women, it's way easier. That's why women naturally act like we have options, because we do. Men, they don't know their options a lot. So anyway, so what happens is a lot of times the men get super successful, right? And the women feel themselves losing the power. So that's when you see the wives wanting to be on camera. They want to attach themselves to the male brand, because if she gets the status and the clout from his brand, then she has more power in case this goes south. So if this goes south, then she can ruin his reputation. Like if he leaves her for a younger, hotter woman, she can ruin his reputation. And I'm not saying she would, right? She seems like a nice woman, but I'm just, showing what tends to happen. So then you get the nagging, right? The women didn't want to hang out with you guys for a decade. Then you start making money and now they need more time with you. This is a manipulation tactic. Yep. She's manipulating you because you're about to get more power and options. Now, men, you guys tend to be better people with the options. I mean, you might get like a Latina thing in a different city, like in Miami, or go get some blonde bimbo in Vegas, but you're not leaving, right? Women, we're not as good, but because we're not as good with power, we project that onto the men. So then, she's got to destroy it, obviously.